Morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day to you, depending where you are in the world. I'm here live in London doing our nighttime devotion from the devotional Conflict and Courage. The title today, More Than Money. 1 Chronicles 29 verse 9. Then the people rejoiced, for that they offered willingly, because with perfect heart they offered willingly to the Lord. From the very opening of David's reign, of his most cherished plans had been that of erecting a temple to the Lord. Though he had not been permitted to execute this design, he had manifested no less zeal and earnestness in its behalf. He had provided an abundance of the most costly material, gold, silver, onyx stones, and stones of diverse colours, marble, and the most precious woods. And now these valuable treasures that he had collected must be committed to others, for other hands must build the house for the ark, the symbol of God's presence. Seeing that his end was near, the king summoned the princes of Israel with representative men from all parts of the kingdom to receive this legacy in trust. He desired to commit to them his dying charge and secure their concurrence and support in the great work to be accomplished. Who then, he asked of the assembled multitude that had brought their liberal gifts, who then is willing to consecrate his service this day unto the Lord? There was a ready response from the assembly. With deepest interest, the king had gathered the rich material for building and beautifying the temple. He had composed the glorious anthems that in after years should echo through its courts. Now his heart was made glad in God as the chief of the fathers and the princes of Israel so nobly responded to his appeal and offered themselves to the important work before them. All that man receives of God's bounty still belongs to God. Whatever God has bestowed in the valuable and beautiful things of this earth is placed in the hands of men to test them, to sound the depths of their love for him and their appreciation of his favours. Whether it be the treasures of wealth or of intellect, they are to be laid, a willing offering, at the feet of Jesus, the giver, saying, meanwhile, with David, all things come of thee, and of thine own have we given thee. More than money. When it says more than money, that just doesn't represent just money like cash that we're used to. Money is what you exchange for services or goods. And it can be any form of currency, and currency isn't just dollars, pounds, shillings, all that kind of stuff. Currency is just a term used for your generalized bartering goods, like if you've got silver coins or gold or whatever you're going to use as a form of currency, as a form of money. And here we had the likes of gold, silver, onyx, stones, marble, precious woods. And it was all brought to be used to build God's temple, not only to build it, as it said, to beautify it. The gold, the gemstones were placed in the onyx, and the wood, different types of wood. And it says, who then is willing to consecrate his service this day unto the Lord? His service meaning also his riches, his grandeur. All that man receives of God's bounty is everything. Gold, silver, gemstones, diamonds, whatever you want to think about, it's all God's bounty because he created it all. So all that man receives of God's bounty still belongs to God. Don't get confused about this. Whatever you hold in your hands comes from God, belongs to God. So don't think if you've got thousands or millions in the bank, then it's yours, because it's not. It all come from the same place. Everything has come from the same place. Him, our Father, that art in heaven. Whether it be the treasures of wealth or of intellect, this is what I mean by currency, is what you are willing to trade or give as a form of giving back, sharing, helping others. It's to be laid as a willing offering at the feet of Jesus. I hope you're giving willingly. Because I know when I get paid, the first thing I do is at least pay my tenth, pay my tithe. And then thereafter, there are other things I help others with as well. Are you paying your tithe at least? And some form of offering? And helping? And it's not just about money. It's your time, other goods you might have, old clothes you maybe don't wear anymore, or a dress you may have worn once and you don't want to wear it again. What are you doing with it? Give it to other people who would be willing to or need it or want it. So what are you doing with those things that you are gaining and maybe not appreciating? It's not just a tenth. It's just helping those that need.